Hey, how's it going, guys? Garcia here with another portfolio update. So in this video, I will be breaking down the portfolio, any moves that I made today. I'll go over what's going on Twitter and give the shoutouts at the end of the video. So today we are up slightly to $112,890.68 today. So it was an alright day today. Looks like Tesla didn't have as good of a day as Palantir did, so that's why it's not as high as it could be. So let's go over the small accounts first. Today in the traditional, we're up 0.6%, 26.6 in the past month, 20% year to date, and all time as well. Okay. So here, did I sell these today? 617. No, I sold them yesterday. Okay. So, oops. We'll go over total return. So here you'll see I'm slightly underwater on the $27 covered calls, but I'll go over those in the big account. So in today's return, Palantir returned, we'll go to today's return. Palantir returned $90.79, and TSLA was down by $50. Let me put this in do not disturb. All right. So that's kind of why it balanced out. So this covered calls and TSLA kind of negated the gains on Palantir here. Let's go to the Roth IRA. In the Roth, we're up 0.17%, 9% in the past month, 10.8 year to date, and 10.6 all time. Let's see. All right, so you can see that the buying power is climbing up little by little. Cash is going up, and the reason it's going up is because I'm selling covered calls on my positions. So every time I get that premium, I'm either buying right away or I'll keep it as cash to use it to close the positions over time. So here, we'll go to total return. You'll see here, I sold this ENVX $1350 covered call. I sold it and I received $52. I sold it this morning, actually, and I'm already up 20%. So had it been up 30%, I probably would have just closed it right away for the easy, what's 52% or $52, 30% of that, let's say it's $20, or I don't know, it would have been $15, $20. But to do that in one day, I would have just closed it and reopened it the next day. All right, let's look at the covered call on TSLA. We're up 5.5% on that. TNA $60 call, we're still down 9%. On TSLA, we're down $200 today. Palantir up 186, 12 on ENVX, down 23 on BITX, and down $8 on PEGY. Okay, now for the big account. So the big account is the reason why we're up today. So in this account, holds all Palantir shares mostly, and we are up 2.05% today. We are up 24.2% in the past month, up 32.23 year to date, and we are up 4.51% all time. So look at that, man. It's good to see. I passed the peak of July 10th. March 4th, and I am finally up. So it's good to see that. And one way I am protecting against the downside, cushioning the downside a little, is with these covered calls that are currently giving me, some pain. It's like TJ says, it's one of the thorns on my side. But one of the roses was the Palantir cash secured puts that I actually closed today. So that's why you'll see the buying power is all open. It's all available. So the reason it's open is because I closed them all out. Let's go here. Where is it? Here it is. And I kind of broke it down in the Twitter post. So I'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit later. But one of the thorns on my side is because the cash secured puts did well, that means Palantir is going up, meaning that today's return on the covered calls was down $1,000, meaning that the position of these covered calls has gone up by $1,000, meaning it would cost me $1,000 more if I wanted to close it out today. So that's the thing with these returns in the short term, is when you go to total percent change, I'm down 145.9% on these covered calls. And for me, I've done this a couple times before. I've been down over 100% on positions. And as long as Palantir stays within its range or it doesn't keep climbing up like crazy, eventually this will come back down. And I may even close this at a profit. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of patience and keeping an eye on the stock price. So, people see a Palantir going up, they think I just have to roll right away. I'm not going to be rolling these anytime soon. I am going to roll this until Palantir is maybe at $28, $29, and I see the extrinsic value approaching zero. Maybe it's in the 10, on 15, 10 cents. Then I'll roll. I'll roll up as high as I can. I'll close it out, and then I'll receive a net credit to roll it out further in time and at a much higher strike. So here we received $37 each, and they're currently worth $91. So if I wanted to roll it out, I would probably roll it out another month and see as high. I just want to cover the 91 cents. So I could roll it all the way up to $31 if I wanted to. I'd roll it to $31 to August 16th, and I would receive another $245 just to do that. And then Palantir would have to climb up above $31 if this was to be giving me a problem, and that's a good problem to have for Palantir to be going up like crazy. So I'll just keep rolling up as high as I can. This is the part where I'm not going to be getting greedy. Like, I'm not going to approach this as like I approached the $24 covered calls that I finally closed after a couple months of dealing with them. The way I approached that was I just kicked the can down the road in time, and I kept the strike the same to try to extract the most value possible. So see, if I wanted to roll this out to August 16th and keep it at 27? Look at that. I could roll it. Look at that. I could receive a net credit of $4,200. But what's the problem here? The problem here is if Palantir keeps going up and up and up, it goes to 29, 30, 31, 32. Now these covered calls are now deep in the money. And now I'm going to have to kick the can even further down the road just to get ahead of the stock price. And my main goal is to hold on to the shares. So I'll kick the can down the road as close with the least amount of time in the distance, while increasing the strike price as high as I can, because I am personally valuing staying ahead of the stock price than I am receiving a premium for it. So I hope you guys kind of understand my thinking process there. Let's see, today's return, or we can go to total return. So the covered call on Tesla is doing pretty good today, because Tesla went down 1.7%. Holy crap, the $205 covered call went up, for me, it went up by 30% today. Holy crap. So we're currently in the green on this covered call, and we're still up on the $150 long call. So you'll see a total return. So you add those two numbers, 713 plus $48. So we're like at 760. We're still in the green on Tesla. So doing pretty good on the poor man's covered call. Where are we at total percent? Yeah, 15%. So going based off of my own rules, I sold this June 17th. It's only been 2 days. So I'm looking at 40% profits, 50% profits. And if I don't see it, then I'm not going to close it. I'm just going to wait, and wait until I get my 70% profit. All right. So, I was going to talk about the taking profits on Twitter. Here we go. Let's see. All right. Oh, so here I was giving my feedback on After Hour HQ. After Hour is an app. It's almost like a social media platform where people transparently share their portfolios, and it connects to your brokerage accounts and all the accounts in it, and it kind of displays it for others to see. So here it connects my 3 Robinhood accounts. But one piece of feedback that I had was here. I'll read it. The after-hour portfolio value is very different compared to Robinhood because covered calls and cash secured puts are valued as if I had bought to open them. So meaning the premium that I received for those covered calls, cash secured puts, they're being added to this 111,000. So I've received around 6,000 or 5,000 in premiums. And right now the portfolio is including that amount. But as the value, like let's say Palantir goes up and my covered calls become more expensive, which is bad for me, in this account, they'll show up as if it's a good thing. Like it'll show up as in like, oh, these covered calls are more expensive, then your portfolio value is going to go up even more, which I don't think is reflects accurately like what's going on.